Hello everyone, it's Relaxing Whisper, and today, at the time of my recording, it is Brewfest in World of Warcraft. So I did manage to upgrade my spells and pick up my travel form. I haven't done any quests since my last video, but I ran over here, over by Exodar, and there is some Brewfest quests. Or there's one in particular that takes me over to Brewfest. So in this video, I'm going to be doing some Brewfest quests because they are only up during Brewfest, which is a limited time. So, Brewfest. Speak to the Brewfest organizer at the Brewfest grounds outside of Ironforge and receive a free beer. As I'm still a low level on this character, I'm only going to be able to get the basic one, but I'm going to head over to Ironforge and check out the festivities. It should be made a little bit quicker because I did pick up that travel form. It is a little bit of an adventure though. And Brewfest is a little reminiscent for me as it was the first World of Warcraft holiday that I celebrated on my first character. As I've never done any of the holidays on this character, I should get some achievements as well. I was very torn on what to record today because when I went to pick up my spells, I wanted to also pick up my fishing and maybe do like a sounds video of fishing. But since Brewfest is limited time, I wanted to make that the priority. I also have still my druid quests that I need to do for my cat form, but my spells actually took all of my money. I actually couldn't afford them all, so I made sure. Oh, well, this person's generous. I made sure to get my travel form. Because that will make a lot of this a bit quicker. Not that I can use those elixirs that he gave me, but it was still very generous. Gives me something to look forward to once I reach level 70. I did brew myself some elixirs just to kind of use up some of the silver leaf that I had kind of piling up. And I meant to get some more flasks, but again, I ran out of money. So hopefully I get a little bit of gold from some of the quests for Brewfest. As you can see, my hearth is also on cooldown. I actually ran right up here before I hearthed again because I was very adamant about making sure I get the Brewfest stuff recorded before it went away. I don't know how my schedule's gonna be as far as recording over the next week or so. So I figured better safe than sorry. Get it recorded so I don't miss it and regret it. And one of the reasons I thought about fishing earlier was because there were so many fishing pools over here. And I was like, dang, that would be such a good opportunity to get that sound video, but the docks will always be here. So I will be able to come back for that. Good timing on these boats. So from Stormwind, I'm actually gonna probably take the train over to Ironforge because I don't think I automatically get the flight path. We can definitely peek because I want to make sure that I get the Stormwind flight path, but I don't think it automatically comes with the two connected, and that's why there is the tram underground. And I know one of the quests is gonna send me to the other major cities. That's actually what those two that were accompanying me on the boats were doing. They were getting that quest done, I'm sure. I can't remember if this is my first time in Stormwind on this character. Yeah, I'm very sure that this pair is doing their Brewfest quest right now. There's little to no reason for a level 77 and a 78 to be wandering over by Exodar. Yeah, I see. I just discovered Stormwind City, so this is my first time in the city on this character. I apologize for the background sounds. It is a Saturday night, and so there are quite a bit of people out and about tonight. It is very tempting to go around and pick up these quests that I see around the city, but I'm going to keep it together and stay focused and not let my ADHD get the better of me. So the Flight Master is right up in here. And it looks like, of course, I am going to discover no connections. So it looks like I have to take the tram. So, luckily I know right where to go. It's been a while since I've had to, but I remember where to go. And then once I get to Ironforge, I will pick up the flight path so I no longer have to worry about taking the tram. right over here. Interesting, there was a quest outside on the map, but there's not there's not a quest actually in here. So I wonder what quest it was trying to depict on the minimap. And not that I have anything to buy or sell. Deep run tram or deep run rat kebab. Yummy. And it doesn't give you a food buff even. What a shame. Eating rat kebabs with no benefit other than health. It's a little bit better to stare straight forward on these. The constant clipping backward and forward is a little hard to watch repeatedly. Although there is a cool underwater scene here. I used to know a exploit if you're an engineer to get in there and explore, but I can't quite remember how it went. There's only one exploit that I remember for sure how to do anymore, and that's to get like on top of Ironforge over by the oh hey, it's the same two people right here. To get on top of Ironforge by like the airport and stuff. You're not technically supposed to be able to get over there, but I do remember how to. I am not going to be covering that in today's video though. I'm going to get the flight path real quick. So I no longer have to take that tram. It's actually looking relatively busy in Ironforge. I figured everybody would be in Dalaran. At least at this time of night. But I guess maybe they're here for the auction house too. And you can kind of see the tents already. I might have to adjust my volumes. I'm going to turn the dialogue down a hair because since they're voices, they might pick up on the mic. All right, so Brewfest. Oh ho! Come for free beer. Yes. Let's see what we have here. So this one has a couple. catch the wild Wolpertinger. Hear now, ye hear that? There be sounds in them hills. Those are the Wolpertingers. Wily beasts they are, attracted by the smell of Brewfest. I've a mind catch me some, but I knocked me shin and can't outrun the buggers. Ye can help me, though. Take this net and cast it over the little blighters. Bring me a good 5 of 'em, and I'll make it worth your while. One more thing, ye gotta see through the eyes of a drunk to spot 'em. Load up on the booze or ask me for some synth brew goggles. So the quest objective is Goldrack's Snipe Hunter has asked you to capture 5 stunned Wolpertingers using the Wolpertinger net. He mentioned that you must be intoxicated or wearing synth brew goggles to see them. I am gonna use the goggles. Ooh, he has the Rindavir Death Charger. So you pop on the goggles so you don't have to drink. But when your character is drunk, it is hard to go straight. I think I'm gonna add it to my hot bar or my action bar to make it a little bit easier. You'll notice my character keeps running off to the side there. Didn't really give me credit for one of them because that's the 4th one I've captured. Oh, okay, it's just kind of delayed. Okay. Okay. I can take the goggles off for now so that I can walk straight. Were ye drunk enough to see the little buggers? Well, looky here. You've got yourself a right bushel of Wolpertingers, you do. He takes a deep drink from his tankard. I'll tell ye what I'm gonna do. Since you're such a spot-on hunter, I'll let you keep one of these for your very own. And I got Does the Wolpertinger Linger achievement. So, pink elks on parade. Getting drunk is a time-honored tradition at Brewfest. It's damn near required. Thing is, I'm getting reports across Azeroth saying the celebration's plagued by hallucinations. We can't have that. These elks can't be harmed by normal weapons. They pass right through 'em. So take this fabulous piece of gnomish machinery, visit the other beer gardens, and zap 'em to oblivion. Remember, you have to be drunk or wearing the synth brew goggles to see 'em. Talk to me if you need a pair. So visit the beer gardens outside of Stormwind, Darnassus, and the Exodar. Zap 3 Elix at each location and return to Goldark Snipe Hunter. You must be drunk or wearing synth brew goggles to see the pink Elix. Boy, it seems that the Dark Iron Dwarves really won that quickly. Chug and Chuck. Hey there, you look like you can handle your brew, but can you handle your brew mug? The Dark Irons have come back with a vengeance to ruin our celebration. Tossing mugs at them is the best way to stop them. But first, let's see if you can toss one at old Stout here. It's easy. Pick up a complimentary sampler and take a drink. Just make sure you're facing Stout. Talk to me after you've hit him 5 times. So this one's pretty easy. You just drink, and it automatically chucks it. And it's actually weird because current WoW doesn't do the alcoholic beverages samples on the table. They took it out because they were a bad influence, they felt. So it's kind of nice to go back and visit, like being able to get your character drunk again. It's not that I am super into drinking in real life, but it is kind of a fun added thing to the event, I think. Do you know what that was? Gnomish engineering at its finest. Stout took the abuse like a champ. I think you're ready now to take on the Dark Irons if they show up again. And then he gave me some tokens. It's weird because it's showing that he has a quest, even though he doesn't. It might just be a little bit buggy with Questy. Now this is ram racing, almost. Now, so when you want to check out the racing rams, well, I hope you're ready for speed, but before I let you loose in the world, you'll need to show me that you can handle these fine creatures. So here's the deal. I'll lend you some racing reins and the use of a ram. You need to prove to me that you can handle using these rams. Keep the ram at a trot, canter, and gallop for 8 seconds each. If you need instructions on how to handle the ram, talk to my apprentice, Pole Amberstill. You have 4 minutes to ride the ram and maintain 3 levels of speed for 8 seconds. Oop. Oh, that's weird. So I have to abandon it and re-accept it because I was in shapeshift. I'm going to add this to my hotbar now. Oop. I can't get my barrels yet. I had to do that quest first. So now I can turn that in. Nice work there. It takes time to get the hang of controlling your ram, but once you do, you'll wish every ram was a racing ram. What's that? Where's my reward? You got to ride the fastest ram around. You want more? Well, how about this? You've been rewarded with the chance to help other people around Brewfest. There's plenty of work and rewards for an eager young ram racer. There and back again. So you want to help out at Brewfest? I've got the perfect task for you. I'll put you on one of my racing rams, and you head down to Keranos. I've got some kegs I need to pick up. Flynn Firebrew is waiting on a hill near a stack of kegs. He'll toss you a keg when you get near. Then you run the keg back here and toss the keg to Pole Amberstill. You can only carry one at a time. Ready? So luckily I have quite a bit of experience doing this quest. And each time you go by the barrel of apples like this, it takes off your stacks of fatigue so that you're able to maintain the fastest speed. It is a little more awkward in Wrath, which I am playing in, than in Retail. Like you can kind of get caught on the barrel of apples, and which I guess I don't mind because sometimes it's a little finicky and doesn't always register that you're by it. And your ram gets fatigued and goes very, very slowly. Now for this quest, I only do the 3, and then I think he'll give me a daily to do as many as I can. Oh, I almost forgot to grab the apples. I'm gonna see. Oh, looks like I shouldn't need to do that extra barrel of apples off by the guy that gives the barrels. Thanks a lot for your help. As long as Brewfest is going and the Dark Iron Dwarves are attacking, I'll need some help shipping kegs. So if you want to work for more tokens, talk to me every day. But enough about that. I need to pay you for the job you just did. Here are your tokens. Have fun at Brewfest. So he doesn't have the daily for me. I wonder if I have to do this one. Another year, another souvenir. Brewfest isn't just about racing rams. It's also about drinking. When you have a moment, take this voucher to Belby Quick Switch. She's near the back of Brewfest camp. If you can't see her, don't worry. She'll be sure to see you. In any case, take this voucher to her to get your free Brewfest Steen. She'll also be more than happy to handle any and all Brewfest transactions. So she is the one that you can turn your golden coins into for different items. I'm wondering if not all of the quests are available to me because I'm such a low level. What's happening, hot stuff? Got something for me? Ah, it's just a Stein voucher. Maybe you're just playing hard to get. So here's this year's Stein for you. But I suspect I'll be seeing a lot more of you. After all, if you want any Brewfest tokens redeemed, I'm your girl. Or maybe I'm his girl. Ooh, or his. Oh my. So she has these items. I am interested in getting that. And of course the pet. I don't know that I'll be able to do as many dailies on here as I want to, because it is not my main account, or my main character, I should say. It's my main account. Bark for the barley brews. We need to get the word out about the barley brews at Brewfest. You need to shout at the flags outside the bank, in the military ward, in the Hall of Explorers, and in the Mystic ward. I'll make things easy though. I'll lend you some racing ram reins and a racing ram for 4 minutes. Use the reins to let him go, but try not to tire him out. So quest objectives is to spread the word about Brewfest at the flags outside the bank, in the military ward, in the Hall of Explorers, and in the Mystic ward. But I'm not going to have the barrels of apples. I'm on a time limit of 4 minutes. So that's where the challenge comes in. It's usually not impossible to do. I don't know if, I can't remember if I can do it the same as I do in retail, where if I do the quest objective, I can dismount and run, like in my travel form. I'm just letting my exhaustion kind of trickle off there. Since I don't have a normal mount, it is a little bit challenging. Fully Iron Forge is a circle, so I get to just run in a big circle and make my way back. So I'm wondering if I can do it this way. I can run as fast as I can until I'm exhausted, right here. Do this. Which it looks like I can, because the quest still says quest complete, but I do have to turn it in before that time limit is up over here. Otherwise it will be marked failed. So I'm just gonna kind of gingerly run down this mountain and hop the fence to turn this in. Well done. That kind of shouting is sure to bring business our way. And we promised you a reward. Here it is. The barley brews keep their word. Oh, and come back any other day if you want to help spread the good name of barley brew. All right. So I do still have the Pink Elk quest. I think these are marking the dailies, maybe? Maybe. So, I'm going to head, I think, to Stormwind first. Actually, I think I'm gonna just hearth because it'll bring me close to Exodar. And then I can take the boats kind of like I did on the way over here and hit up each major city on my way. And I might even throw that in the bank. I won't be able to complete all the achievements because my level is too low to drink some of the beverages and probably eat some of the foods that they offer. So I have to toss my goggles on and struggle to keep my character running straight. And as he promised, there are some pink Elix, tons of them. So I gotta zap them. And then I should be able to move on to the next city. It is kind of difficult. I was debating if I wanted to keep the goggles on, but it's a little too much. My character is all over the place. Maybe if I didn't have to run quite so much. There is a druid trainer over here. I didn't make any money from the Brewfest quests, but as you'll see, I have some spells that I could not afford. So after I do my Brewfest quests, I will be back to normal questing and hopefully get some money to afford those. That is so strange. I was thinking that there would be groups for the Dire Brew boss, but he is in what is that dungeon called? BRD? No, not Black Rock Depths. Is it? Yeah, Black Rock Depths, I think. Because it's in Black Rock Mountain. Oh, I just missed the Stormwind boat. That's okay. I can hit up Darnassus since I have to. And I almost forgot to. Oh, somebody must have cast their Mark of the Wild on me. So I have to wait for it to expire. I'm still very excited to start reading through all these quests here in Aberdeen. It's hard not to pick up quests over by like Brewfest that are not Brewfest themed, but there are a lot less of them as I am not a gnome or a dwarf. So there are quite a few for me in Aberdeen because I'm a night elf. Some of them are race specific. Just like on Azure Mistile and on probably Blood Mistile, there's going to be some of the quests that are not available to me because I'm not a Draenei. Not too many, I don't think, but there are some. Back into travel form. I'm able to cast my Mark of the Wild again. Another thing I should look into pretty soon is glyphs. Because I'm able to do them, but I don't have any gold to get them yet. But I think one of them is to make Mark of the Wild. Or no, I might be thinking of the one that's for thorns to make it last longer. Zap these pink elix. Right. Oh, my Atlanta. It's impossible to keep my character straight. It's kind of weird not having any armor on, really. Oh, I am gonna put, let's see. Let me get a basic campfire going. I should cook all these to free up some space. Making sure I don't need that for a quest. And I can probably put a couple of those in there. These. I am going to keep that with me for now. Just in case I need it for anything Brewfest related. I really don't remember if I do. I don't think I do, but I'd rather keep it on me just in case. I'm going to be heading over to Stormwind and get the last 3. And honestly, it might work out pretty well on the timing being around an hour. Although there is one quest that I wanted to get. It's not a guarantee that I can get it though, because there need to be multiple participants. I saw the event trigger when I first got to Brewfest, and it looks like it did not go so well. So I'm hoping I can get the quest for the video's sake and my OCD, but we shall see. I don't think I'll be able to make it to the boat. Nope, it's leaving now. So I'll have to wait for the next one. Lady Shaman. Let's check out her gear. Ooh, very nice. She's got her 4 set. And it looks like she's got her proper enchantments and her jewels. I'm sure she's a jewel crafter. That's what I'm hoping to get to on this character at some point, is heroic and rating, or even heroic rating, because that is mainly what I miss about Wrath of the Lich King. And I know that as of the time I'm recording this video, that ICC is on the um, test realms. So I think they plan on releasing ICC to play for, I say everybody, but I think everybody can go on the PTRs, which is the public test realms. But once it gets released to current, you don't really, like, there's no reason to keep playing it, you know? So if you get like really cool drops on the PTRs, it's kind of a disappointment that you can't really keep it for your main character. It is nice to see a very active realm, because I was worried for a little bit that nobody would be playing the Wrath realms and that it would be very split between the classic and retail. But it seems like a lot of people enjoy playing Wrath the way that I do. So it's really nice to know that when I hit max level, there will be raiding groups that shouldn't be too hard to find, especially on a Tuesday when there's resets. Seems like a lot of people will be doing runs for gear, which I might even make videos of at one point. I know one person asked me to do, what was it? It was, no, of course it's showing me that. It was, I think, either Wintergrasp or Alteric Valley for PvP, which I might do. I wasn't big into PvP, except for when it came to getting my reputations to Exalted, which I actually got my insane title on my main character, so I'm very much into reputations. And she's on the Armani Warbear, so she seems like a pretty serious player. I hope to be that serious on this character one day. So, for the Stormwind Elix, we actually have to go kind of by the flight path over by the front gates of Stormwind. So all the way across town. And that is why I picked up the both of the flight paths as well. So now I won't have to take the tram to get back and turn that quest in. I can just hop on the flight path. I remember that staff. I can't inspect him, but I remember that staff. I had it for quite a long time back in Wrath. Or I guess I should say in Wrath because I'm playing Wrath. So I'm gonna toss my drinking goggles on. There it goes. It didn't want to work for a second. And I've learned my lesson to take the goggles off. And so now, instead of running all the way over to the tram, I can go right over here to the flight path. And now I'll have a connecting flight to Ironforge. Ooh, for 48 copper though. That was over half of my money. I'm so used to it in retail because I think it's because I have all of my reputations exalted, which is the highest you can get them. It brings down the cost quite a bit. So it only costs me 4 copper for the same flight path in retail. Maybe they just brought the price down, I'm not entirely sure. But I know once I get my reputations higher, it'll bring that cost down quite a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot. The pet tabs used to look like this. Very odd. I barely remember it looking like this. So you got your character tab, pets tab, reputation, and then your skills. Which I haven't raised my unarmed or my dagger skill yet. But for each level that you go up, it increases by 5. Like, so this next time I level up, like unarmed, for example, will be 1 out of 85. And so I don't usually care too much about the weapon skills until I'm max level. Just because that way I don't have to revisit to level that skill up anymore. I still have 6 minutes on my Hearthstone. So we'll see if I can get that quest by defeating the Dark Iron Dwarves when they come and try and steal the brew. But without cooperation from others, it probably won't happen. And it is currently 11:15 at night, so I don't know how many people are going to be on participating in this right now. I know usually it's a little more busy around um, like morning time. I want to say it resets at 10 a.m. server time, or realm time, I guess it's called. I think it was 10 a.m. back then too, like it is now, but I could be misremembering. And I did put a defense elixir up just now. I happened to notice that I didn't have one up, and I just don't want to forget to put one up later when I'm back to questing. I'm just gonna kind of climb down this mountain the same way I did before, because it is a bit faster without being terribly dangerous. Oh, and it looks like they actually got the daily. So, this one time when I was drunk, the Dark Irons took a beating. As they rushed back to the Grim Guzzler, a portion of their transport fell off. More importantly, you managed to keep the camp safe today. Head over to Boxy and explain your heroic triumph over the Dark Iron Dwarves. So that was the one that I was curious if I was going to be able to get. Luckily, they got it for me. So this one is for the pink Alex on parade. Are those pesky pink Alex gone yet? Good work. Pink Alex? What a preposterous notion. So, you managed to stop the Dark Irons. While drunk, too. That druid is truly the spirit of Brewfest. I guess in keeping with the spirits of Brewfest, you want your prize tokens. Thanks for the help, Lunacy. Enjoy the rest of Brewfest. And basically, since I don't want to wait around for like 20 minutes and not do anything, basically what happens for this quest to pop up is there'll be these machines that burrow up through the ground all over in this giant area here. And what you do is you take a sample, you drink it, and you throw it at the Dark Iron Dwarfs. And each time you throw it in the general direction of a Dark Iron Dwarf, it'll knock them out, but there'll be tons of them. And they'll be trying to go for these kegs and try and steal them. So, unfortunately, I didn't get it in this video. And as you notice, the bar maiden gives you a new drink every time. So you just drink, throw, and your character gets drunker and drunker. and it gets harder and harder to see, like when we do the goggles. So as it goes on, more and more dwarves keep coming, and it gets harder as you go. So I apologize, I didn't get the footage of that in this video, unfortunately. I'm probably going to Hearth once I end this video and head over to where I left off last time over on Blood Mist Isle. Oh, not that far out. I'm probably gonna head over here and park my character right there for my next video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you have a good rest of your night and have sweet dreams. Bye!